Welcome to Ollie Resto. This is Kristen here, and this is my dad, John. Look, at what we're going to do is going to be a three-part video, and basically those videos are going to be showing how we got the door to this stage in filler. We still haven't done the primer yet. We've still got to sand underneath, and we've still got to clean all that up, and then put the primer on. Did you enjoy the process, or was it?
No, it's good, because we're doing it in our own time, when we feel like it, and not being pushed to get it done by a certain time. And I think that's part of the enjoyment.
Yeah, and have a few beers in between.
And have a few beers in between.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully you enjoyed the next three videos, and please let us know if you did enjoy the video. Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do today is going to be working on the door. So basically, we're just going to repair the door, do what needs to be done, and we'll show you the whole process involved. What are we going to do today?
Oh, well, I'm going to start getting the door ready. I'll pop out a couple of dents, take some filler out, like there's a couple of dents there, one there, one there, one there that I can see. Right, now I'm going to take the filler out of here, as it looks like it's pretty deep in there, and just realign that gap here a bit while the door's still on. So
why are we doing it while it's still on?
Well, that way the door doesn't move around as much while you're trying to tap up the dents. Otherwise, on the bench, you've got too much movement. So at least you've got a steady on the hinges. It's not going to move around that much. So we'll tackle it and just make the filler work I'll do on the bench, but
the repairs on the
repairs I'll do on the car.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to show you. I know it's a bit hard to see from the camera, but you can see some of the dents. I suppose, years of doing panel beating, you'll be able to pick it up straight away, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, you're seeing pretty well. There's a few more around, but they're running minor, and we'll do them with the door off. We'll give it all a sand back, and we'll see what dents show up. So
yeah, so we'll give it a bit of a sand now.
Well, first I'm going to take that filler out.
Yep.
So let's get my sander. Can you switch on the compressor while you're at it?
Yeah.
It might help.
So Dad just bought a new compressor just a little while ago. All right, so we're using a what's it, a disc sander, isn't it?
Yeah, a little air disc sander. Take the filler out, so you might have to stand on that side because it's Well, I can't get into it there because it's pretty deep there, so I'll use a different sander.
Yep, just hang on. Okay, we've just finished sanding it with the disc grinder. What we did notice here is there's a spot here which is fairly deep.
It's just there.
Yeah, so you can't get in with the sanding disc. So, been years probably the panel trade. But the belt sanders just will do it nice and easy.
Now, because it's so deep, I'll be using a dent puller to pop it out a touch, because it's still bulging out at the top here. So, I'll open up the door. Now I'm going to see whether I can get into these or not. Yeah, I can get to most of them.
Oh, is that so you can get the, was it a dolly behind it?
Yeah, dolly and whatever I need
Yep.
to pop them out. So I'll start off with this one, I'll pop that one out and just go to my toolbox, get my tools.
Yeah, I might just show you the tools that my dad collected over the years. You can open that drawer up.
These are mainly my louvers, hammers and
Yep.
bars that I use.
Yep.
So yeah. I've still got tools in this bag. I've been helping a friend do a job, so I've been taking my tools with me just to help him out a bit. So helping him restore an old Valiant, two-door Valiant. So
It's
yeah.
a pacer, wasn't it?
It's going to get built up into a pacer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just going to use a small bar, pop that out. If you can hold the door for us and make it a bit easier.
Hang on, I might put it on the stand.
Okay, pop most of it out. So
it's protruding a little bit forward now.
yeah, that's fine. Now I'll grab me hammer and dolly. Right, that's not too bad now. So it's got it pretty flat. We'll just run the file over it. Okay, it's barely just a skimmer filler will do the trick on that. So,
So when you're using a fire, is there any particular way you have to use it, or is
nah, whatever. Everybody uses it different. Whatever makes you happy, really.
Yeah.
You know. But I just want to tap it out a bit here.
Yep.
Because that's where where the handles bolt into. So you don't want to put pressure on it.
Yeah, I mean you can see so you got this part here, which is the high spot, which is being followed, and then you can see this really low spot. You can see by the colour change there. Yep.
I did have my hammer and dolly here. Okay, that's brought it out a bit, so when you bolt the handle in, it's not putting pressure up against it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The one thing you probably noticed about this video so far is that we are talking about a bit of bulk already, but we're talking about small amount as possible, and we don't really bother metal finishing it because it's just not worth the extra time to metal finish panel.
If you start metal finishing, you'll be there forever.
Yeah.
And you start losing enjoyment. So, yeah. It's a bit hard to get into them ones, so I'll just grab a different. Okay, that's where the dent is. As you can see, it's come up already. So we'll just give it a quick file. That'll show you how deep it is. It still needs a little bit, but not a great deal.
Yeah, because the best way of telling that is the shading, and you can see the falling around the edge.
Totally different than working on cars these days. If you're to do that on a new panel these days, you'll be stretching it and shrinking it.
Yeah. Is that because of the thickness of the panel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you see, most of it's out of it. A bit of filler will pick up that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, so it's a lot better than what it was before. You can see the shiny parts. They've just been folded over and then just a little bit inside. Yeah.
Right, now we'll attack this one. It's getting a bit hard on that one as I can't get my hand in.
Yeah.
So trying to work out the best way to get my hand in, and
Yeah, I might just show him behind the door and explain why it's hard. But you can see you only got enough from where you got the holes are, so you can only do the best you can for what it is.
Well, we'll just run the file over it so I can see where we're going. As you can see, it's now you see a bit more clear.
So if you're a beginner, and if you got a dent, would you recommend them to give it a quick file beforehand, just to see where the dents are?
Usually helps on the small ones. It does,
Yeah.
but realistically, they're not really bad. You could almost just skim a coat of filler over it. You're not using too much filler if you're really not over fussed with it. But I'm trying to show you some ways of doing it. So yeah, it's a bit difficult there. I'm having trouble getting in there.
Yep. See, my dad and I, we are pretty small people in general. You know, we're facility backgrounds, and we're pretty much peasants. Like we've got big hands, but chunky hands.
Well, it's brought most of it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you're pretty happy with that, right?
yeah, I'll just skim the rest and it'll be good enough.
Yeah, awesome.
But so I'll close the door now. Just cut myself. That's the problem of working inside.
Yeah, yeah. All those sharp edges.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally understand. So how many dents we done? So we done 2 dents so far. No, 3 dents.
3 dents.
So we did 3 dents, and that probably only took about 5 minutes in total. So it doesn't take long to do it, but obviously that's probably years experience. So if you're first starting out, it'll probably be a little bit slower, but I'm sure you'll get there.
Okay, I'm just going to get this edge right.
What do you mean by the gaps, the door gaps?
Yeah, just get it a little bit better.
Yep. So for years growing up, and with her father being a panel beater and going and see in cars, and one of the things he always comments is the gaps. You know, whoever restored it, he would tell him, "Oh, that's a shit gap," or but yeah, that's the general.
Well, that's got it level now. See, it doesn't take much.
So you're just moving the guard around until you get it right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see people, they sand it a little bit and they put filler in, try and get the gap right. Is that the right way of doing it, or?
Well, that's what a lot of them do. They pretty well fill up the whole edge.
Yeah.
But I've always been a believer to try to get all the gaps right.
Without filler?
Without filler it the best you can, and then go from there, you know. So I'm going to just dimple this there a little bit, just in there, just to bring it up, and that way, because it's got a high spot, because it's got a bit of a sharp dent in there, so...
Yeah, so tell me what this dent pull are you talking about?
I borrowed it from Romsey Collision.
Yeah. So that's Daniel?
That's Daniel's. So it's an old one they didn't use, so I pulled it apart trying to fix it a bit. So I've still got a bit of work to try to fix it a bit better.
Yeah.
But I'll do that another day.
Yeah. It's still a capable machine.
Still works, but not at the best
Yeah.
compared to the new ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
How old do you reckon this machine is?
I think they not long got it before I started contracting down Daniels. So you're looking probably about 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah, so that's some time ago. So it's probably maybe 20-year-old machine. Not quite sure. The other thing too, the new ones are much smaller, I think.
Yeah, they're much smaller.
Yeah, and probably more powerful. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. And you got more settings, different settings.
Yeah.
This one's pretty plain Jane sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just...
Are they expensive?
No, they've dropped in prices.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not that dear now.
Yeah.
They're pretty affordable.
Yeah.
So
if someone was throwing cars or dents, they should get one.
Well, not if you're only doing a one-off. If you're doing a one-off, you know, you make do with what you got, because that's where the cost comes in buying tools.
Yeah.
So everything you got to buy costs money.
Very true.
Right, we'll get ourselves ready. Now this is the earth for it. It's magnetised, so it just sticks on. I did have an extension cord, there it is.
It seems like the house is supposed to be like just hanging off a little bit, or
Sorry?
the magnets are hanging off a little bit.
No, it doesn't matter because it's spring loaded in there.
Yeah.
I'll put it a bit better, but yeah. So I had to grind it, make sure the surface is clean for the earth to work. So make sure it's on. Right. It's pretty easy to use. Right. It's like a little slide hammer. Put that in there. Whoop. That's it.
Doesn't work too bad.
No, it still works, but
Just not great.
I think the problem is I've got to change the plug and put a 15
amp plug.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
So nothing more really. Just pop it out a little bit and
Yeah, yeah. So it helps when you got the right tools.
yeah.
So if you got the right tools, you'll get things done.
I suppose if you're doing more than one car restoration, you might invest in some tools, but
Yeah.
I think you got to kind of work out
How
much
often?
you want, how much you want to do it, and maybe sometimes, you know, just shop around for a second-hand one might be the trick.
We'll do what we've done. We've been trying to spend as less money as possible.
Yeah.
So over the years, I've accumulated a lot of stuff that I'm not using.
Yeah.
So I sold heaps of parts, which paid for the rotisserie.
Yeah.
We sold other parts, which paid for the filler and all the sandpapers and products.
Yeah.
So far we haven't had to dig into our own pockets.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've just been selling odds and ends and making do that way. So far it's worked out all right.
Yeah. So basically, just sort of converting that money into the car, really.
Yep.
That's what you're doing. Yeah.
Yep. So it's been pretty good like that.
Yeah.
So I'll just pack this away, get this out of the way.
All right. So you're just going to grind it now, just to make it a little bit easier to see what's going on.
Now it takes that because you get a little bit of a high spot when you did pull it, so you just take the top of it to flatten it out.
So yeah, that came out pretty good, right? Got most of the so saying just a little bit of high spot there. Yep. All right, what's the next thing we're going to do?
Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're pretty well there. I'm going to take the door off now. Right, so I'll just open it.
All right, we just took the door off. Now my old man's saying we've got a little bit issues here.
No, not great issues, just that whoever repaired it before didn't sand down all the spot welds. He just left them, so you know, again, the joys of restoring a car.
My goodness.
So it's not a big issue. They'll sand down pretty easy, but yeah.
Yeah, it just means that it hasn't been done properly, really. And obviously, like the guy that we bought this car off, was paying a guy to restore the car, and if you're not sure about the car, you're not really sure about what sort of work or what sort of quality you're getting on the car. So I think it's something to be real mindful when you're getting other people to do the work for you, because I assumed that he would have left it like this, and you wouldn't know any difference because it's not something that you will look at, really. Yeah. All right, so what are we going to do now?
Well, now I'm going to sand down the door, right? Give the door a quick sand to see what we've got.
Yep.
So, yeah, I want to take the filler out from the top. I'll just get the sander out.
So you did those repair on the car.
Yep.
So we sort of do the repairs on the car and then just do the sanding off the car?
What we can, yeah, what we can. So, but the door's got to come off sooner or later anyway. So, yeah. Okay, we'll get the sander ready.
So this is a Merca sander. It's a vacuum sander. It doesn't use a compressor, so it's just a better machine to use overall, and it's obviously better for your health as well, because it will extract all the dust.
Not only that, most home compressors don't hold the pressures for a normal sander, air sander, and we upgraded a compressor hoping it'll hold a lot more. Does hold a lot more pressure, but eventually still runs out and can't build up the pressure quick enough.
Yeah.
So about 4 years ago, we've been using these where I was working, and they're fantastic. The sander's electric.
Yep.
I'll get the sander out. So
there you go. So basically, it's a palm sander.
yeah, it's just a palm sander, and you know. So
Look, they are not a cheap machine.
no, they were pretty dear.
Pretty expensive. So something that you got to evaluate and work out how much you want to spend, really.
Well, this has been handy. Everybody, we've all used it. You've used it to do your woodwork and so forth.
Yeah.
It's come in handy.
Yeah, I think it's a ripping machine.
They come in different versions.
Yeah.
Part of them you use it with the roof sander to sand the roof. So I think it's Dutch made.
I think so. Maybe. I'll probably check later and I'll get back to you.
So I've already set that up, switched it on. So I'm going to hit the filler and the door with 120.
Yep.
So this door, as you see, it's got a bit of surface rust on it. Right, you can see the, now I'm not happy in just filling over that. So we're going to have to get some acid wash and wash all the rust out of it.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, because before you put the filler in it, you're better off acid washing it and then filling up after that, because I've come across jobs before where they've done it like that, and eventually, if you don't get rid of all the surface rust, and the only way to get rid of it is with an acid wash. So I think we'll have to head off down to Melbourne next time and get some acid wash, or if I can get some up here, or get some delivered.
Don't we have the oxidizer here?
No, no. You know, I had a look a while ago when I was doing the boat trailer.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it, so yeah. So really, I think wait till we get some acid wash. Give it an acid wash, because you got to, when you repair a car, or usually you got to do it panel by panel. You don't let a bare metal panel sit around, especially during summer, because even the sweat off your hands, you come back the next day and you'll find your whole door has got rust in it through the salt in the sweat. So it doesn't take it long. And I really feel we're going to have to give it an acid wash, scrub it down, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Because it's just too far pitted. I can't get in there with the sander. It would take me forever to get in there with the sander. So I had to do the same on your Camaro when we restored your Camaro.
Yep.
I had to acid wash that as well.
Yep. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
All right, welcome back. We managed to find some deoxidizers, didn't we, Dad?
Sorry?
We found some, didn't we?
We found some, so we'll give that a go.
Yeah.
I'm just going to blow the door off, get all the dust off. So I'm just going to put some Prepsol, wax and grease, whatever you want to call it, over the whole door. Wipe it in just to clean it up.
So Prepsol's wax and grease, and that's
Yeah,
wax and grease.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
How come you guys call it Prepsol?
There's two different types. There is Prepsol and wax and grease.
Okay.
Do it while I've got all gloves and
Yep.
get dirty. No good, both of us.
Yep. What are you saying? I don't get dirty enough?
No.
No, okay. Well, being a teacher.
Being a teacher, you forgot how to get dirty.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they say. So really, it's probably like less than 5 minutes of work. You know, to use that to get the rust out.
Well, I think it's better safe than being
Yeah.
sorry. Because when I did Sticks Old Man's FC,
Yeah.
he had bubbles coming through the filler on the bonnet. And when I took the filler out, ended up being rust under the filler.
Yeah.
So I reckon it was just surface rust that they didn't take out from before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I believe that car got sold to a guy in Queensland, wasn't it? That?
No, Western Australia went to.
Oh, Western Australia, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, went to Western Australia. Engineered and everything for 350 for Now you can. What do you want? Right, we've let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes now. So
You can see it a little bit. You can see that the sort of cracking off a little bit.
yeah, I'll wait till it completely tacks off, I think, and then wash it off. So you just need clean water. I think the idea of it to tack off is so it bites in as well.
Yeah, so you can see it drying pretty quickly now. It is a fairly, well, it's probably about 20 degrees at the moment. So yeah, it's drying up. doesn't matter.
As you can see, as I mentioned earlier about rust, wiping your hand and getting rust on the door, that's just wet inside the gloves by my hand, which goes onto the car. And that's why you get, as you can see, that's what you get going onto your panel and rusting pretty quick.
So I think it's pretty important to have a dry environment. Would you agree?
Yeah, it is. And it doesn't help up here where we live. It's always cold.
Yeah.
So it's usually, what, 4 degrees colder than Melbourne all the time?
Yeah, roughly. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep. And I think the other thing that before we started this project, we were talking about how we're going to go about it, because obviously there's new ways of doing things now, and then you got the old school way, and we spoke about using polyester, and we spoke about using just high fill, and then we also spoke about using epoxy. If you were the sort of feedback that we got, like if you were going to go into what was it about the epoxy mostly?
Well, the car that I'm helping out with at the moment, they're epoxy panel by panel.
Yep.
And it's sort of given me a guide coat to do the repairs. But the panel's been so long, epoxy is hard to rub.
Yeah,
right?
to sand down, yeah.
Yeah, so what they're going to do with this one, after I finish doing the repairs, they'll be putting some epoxy on it, and then we're going to use what do you call on top of it?
You're going to use that etch primer white?
Polyester.
Ah, okay.
We're going polyester on top of that.
Right.
And the reason why is because you've got long straight panels.
Yeah.
And a lot of lines in them. So with the polyester, you can really hit it, and then you still got to high fill it afterwards. So it's a big process.
Yeah, it's a long process. It's probably not a process that a smash repair shop will use, wouldn't it?
Yeah, depending on how much people spend also.
Yeah.
And how much time's going into it. So, yeah. But like Kristen said earlier, you've got to really, if you're getting a car done by a repairer, you really got to, you want pictures of the repairs done stage by stage.
I agree.
So we used to do that where I worked. Every time you did a repair, you put pictures through. So yeah, that's the only way you know that you're getting what you actually pay for.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
But as you can see why it costs you so much to restore a car. You really need deep pockets.
Yep.
You know, unless you can do a lot of the work yourself, you need deep pockets, because it does cost you a lot of money. And there's a lot of work involved that people don't realise how much work there is.
Mm. And just the materials are pretty expensive too as well.
Yes.
You know, we probably spent in sandpapers and probably by the time we get all the blocks and things like that, we probably spent about $1,000 already.
No, we've spent 1,400 so far.
1,400. There you have it. So I was completely wrong. So it's not cheap, and that's not even like sort of starting it's just starting the process. And then obviously, if you're paying someone to do it, then you got to spend. You get paid by the hourly rate, really, and I would just say a good panel beat will charge probably about what, $130, $140 an hour.
I think at the moment they're charging on resto work close to $150, $180 an hour.
Yeah.
So
really, if you get someone to restore your car and it's under $100, I think you've got to question that, I reckon.